let me figure out something here. What I want to talk about now is now that we're fired up, okay? Now that we're fired up and angry about, what is happening in the world and what the Democrats are doing, and I already brought up Chuck Schumer, who instead of using the momentum surrounding the gun violence and gun control issue currently in the aftermath of 2 mass shootings, 1 white supremacist massacre in Buffalo, and then immediately after the 19 elementary school children that were massacred ruthlessly and the 3 adults that were murdered ruthlessly at the Robb Elementary School, what did Chuck Schumer do? Well, he said, Senate's going on fucking vacation, baby. That's right. Because politicians don't care. If you were actually even remotely interested in your legislative agenda that you claim to care about, that you fundraise off of, you would never allow that to happen. You would never, ever in a million years let a situation like this, where people are paying attention, people are broadly interested in what's going on, get away. You would never let this opportunity go away to genuinely make change that could solve at least a crumb of this issue, at least a crumb of this problem. But we're angry. We're angry at the Democrats. We're angry at the Republicans. We're angry at the NRA. And in all of that anger, my co-host, Ethan Klein, said some stuff. I just wanted to hear your perspective on this really quickly because he said some stuff. He had a Hasan moment. Okay, he had a moment that was it was resembling Hasan, but like obviously they are looking for
something to distract.
Does anyone have the link? Republicans are desperately, as you know, found themselves in a bit of a troubled territory here because partially everything that they've advocated for.
Can I just say one thing? Because before you read it to me, I want to preemptively say that there's nothing in the world that Ethan or anyone else can say that's more important than actually solving the goddamn issue.
Thank you.
So anything that they use about what somebody said is by definition a distraction.
Yeah.
It's a squirrel that they throw out there so you go, hey, don't look at the main issue. Instead, be outraged at what somebody said about the dead kids. No, I refuse ahead of time. I don't care if he said the worst thing in the world.
He did.
I'm still 1,000 times more outraged
by
the dead kids and the fact that scumbag Republicans encourage it and scumbag Democrats fundraise off of it and don't do a goddamn thing.
Yeah. So let's pull it. Does anyone have the actual full link timestamped? Okay.
NRA meeting, which was good. Do we have any?
So he starts talking about the NRA meeting, looking for potentially the NRA meeting. Okay, footage right here on his live stream that he was doing, which I was not a part of, for the record. This is the After Dark version. He wasn't doing leftovers, which we do on Thursday mornings. Okay.
Insight into what they're actually talking about there at the NRA meeting that's today in Texas. Someone should bomb that building. Okay,
Don't.
I'll roll that back.
Immediately he goes, all right, that was ridiculous that he said that, but it's over. They clipped. That's it. They clipped it saying someone should bomb that building, and literally were like, they clipped it, they shipped it. They were like, this should lead the discourse, because everything else that they were trying to misdirect away from was found out to be completely untrue. They went with good guys with a gun. The police did an incredible job. That's what Greg Abbott said.
I don't even know why they object. Don't they want arms are arms? Everything is constitutional. And in fact, but we had a back and forth with Tim Pool just on Saturday, right? And he said that everybody should be allowed to have nukes. So I'm sure that he's thrilled with what Ethan Klein said. Why not? And you have a constitutional right to use it. Like they say, hey, we have a constitutional right to use our arms against the tyranny of government. Let's translate. What that means is I'm ready to murder cops and I'm ready to murder soldiers. That's what the right wing says on a very, very regular basis. He said it for half a second and now they're catching feelings.
Yeah, no, they're like, that's messed up. Yeah, he should have. Well, my take on it was like, the same conservatives that are like, oh my God, I hate cancel culture. I hate, it's free speech. It's free speech. I love free speech. I'm a defender of free speech. That get me canceled regularly. Literally turned around and were like, no, I actually hate free speech. And this is not constitutionally protected. This is so messed up. And it is wrong. It is wrong. When you say that, when you're a NRA building. And when you're a broadcaster, when you're a professional broadcaster, especially on the left, you say some stuff like that, it's going to get clapped. You're going to get clapped straight up. I knew in the immediate aftermath of the 9/11 stuff that I was going to get clapped. You know what I mean? I was in my fifis. I was very upset, justifiably, thinking about, dead babies overseas that the American imperial war machine contributes to on a daily basis that we completely normalize. And I was seeing a hypocritical mouthpiece for said imperial war machine speak out against, rolling back these war coffers. And I got frustrated. I had a heated gaming moment. He got frustrated in a similar capacity when he was thinking about the NRA, okay? And he said something bad. He said something wrong, okay? That's it.
That's interesting because I feel like we flipped. You cared less about what people said before. Now I care less. I don't care. Like, should you bomb the NRA building? Of course not. You shouldn't bomb any building. But he rolled it back within half a second. It was like he went too far. It was a joke too far.
Yeah, to be fair, I never rolled it back.
Yeah, what's that?
To be fair, I didn't really roll it back. But anyway.
But he just did it right there and instantly. That is nothing but a distraction. I'm not at all interested in it. I don't care if you're offended. I don't care about any of it. Once again, hashtag suck it. It's called freedom of speech. You're the ones who push it. You love violence. You love pushing violence. You're not catching feelings. You're going, ha ha. And you know what? I reject your ha ha. I don't care that you're saying ha ha. Again, I refer you to the previous hashtag.
Yeah, I mean, look, constitutional carry, baby. That's right.
Tim Pool says we should carry bombs everywhere.
Tim Pool literally said you should be able to have a nuke.
Yeah, he
like
said
under
it.
the Constitution.
He said it to me.
And so
I asked him, he said it.
Yeah, he said you should be able to have a tactical nuke. Gotta get here. We gotta do this. But for Ethan, you gotta have him on your show and be like, you need to apologize for your words.
I should.
You coward.
The way I did it with you?
Exactly.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, remember this, guys?
So here we are. I'm living up to what I said about conservatives and progressives. We're having a conversation.
Oh.
So you said America deserved 9/11. Did you mean that?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I love that clip. It's so funny. Yeah.
But that's interesting. Like, even in the couple of years that's passed, like, I'm so past it. Like, all of that is like fodder for mainstream media to do fake outrage and try to bring back to business as usual. I don't care about your fake outrage. I don't care about it.
Yeah, it's manufactured outrage. They don't care. And you want to know how they don't care? Like, if Ethan was an anti-SJW, okay, and he was talking about bombing Planned Parenthood, every single one of these Republican mouthpieces would have been like, dude, what? That's a joke, dog. Ethan is a jokester. I mean, he's like worn diapers and stuff. You really going to take that guy seriously? 100%. I mean, he's just a jokester. Ha ha. Like, we were just having...
That's the Joe Rogan defense. He doesn't, and the Jimmy Dore defense. Everything's a joke, except you should take everything I say super seriously.
It's just a joke. It's just a joke, bro. Especially like and the difference there, for the record, that is also very interesting to think about is that they actually are bombing Planned Parenthoods like they were at the time, and the Republican Party defended it, okay? They defended it. They were actually bombing Planned Parenthoods, and they were executing like doctors and stuff. Meanwhile, like, that's not going to happen at the NRA regardless, because they don't, like, there is no like left-wing violence. It's not a real thing. They try to make it seem to be a real thing. They try to talk about like Antifa and whatnot. But like, we know when you look at the empirical evidence, like, right-wing is significantly more violent than the left-wing. And they will continue to be that way because they have institutional protection, because the American government is slanted towards the right. And it is deeply reactionary. Whether it be its white supremacist attitude that permeates through all of its institutions to this day, that is at its very core, at its very foundation, maintaining slavery, okay? Or whether it be the police force that routinely brutalizes marginalized communities. You know what I mean? It's just silly as hell. And they still do it. Ben Shapiro and every other Republican mouthpiece will go on their broadcasts and regularly justify that violence, regularly ask for more of that violence. It's not an accident that like there are shooters. There are like the Quebec shooter, the Quebec mosque shooter was like a Ben Shapiro super fan and was legitimately terrified by the Muslim scourge, and that's why he went and shot up a mosque. Like, he was a big fan of Ben Shapiro. You think that's an accident? He was a big fan of Tucker Carlson, big fan of Ben Shapiro. Like, no, it's not an accident. These guys can get away with saying that stuff civilly because they are aligned with the structural violence of poverty. They are aligned with the systemic violence in the form of like over policing black and brown neighborhoods. They are aligned with the brutality that the government subjects you to on a daily basis, so they can get away with being as civil as possible. They can get away with being as civil as possible while still basically saying the most horrifyingly violent stuff all the time.
And every right wing's a liar. Okay, every one of them. So the NRA, so they say, oh, well, guns make you safer. Okay, this is obvious, right? So they don't allow you to bring AR-15s when Trump is speaking. If it really made you safer, wouldn't they want more AR-15s in the room? Wouldn't they want every single person carrying an AR-15 so that Trump could be safer? So obviously they don't mean it. They're all lying. They know that the AR-15s make you less safe,
Yeah, the
not
Secret
more
Service.
safe.
Yeah, the Secret
There's
Service.
no question that they're all goddamn liars. If you said to any person who owns an AR-15, not your buddies, but I'm going to bring 10 random people to your house, good news, you're going to be super safe because they're all going to have AR-15s. They would say, no. And by the way, half of them are going to be liberals. Half of them are going to be commies or Marxists or whatever they think they are, right? And that's a funny meme.
Cenk casting his 84th congressperson into the gauntlet after being convinced. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, if you're a right-winger out there, you know you're a professional liar. You don't care about anything. And you know that the guns don't make you safer. You don't welcome random people into your house and say, please bring your guns.
Yeah, unless you're like trying to have a gun orgy, but which is something that Republicans do.
Yeah, that's just their sexual proclivity, and I'm okay with that.
Anyway, yeah, that's, we're not going to kink shame. We're not actually going to kink shame. We're not going to do that. Biden sees chance of rational Republican approach on guns. Okay, we're going to talk about that, but before we talk about that, the real unjustifiable violence is the top of the hour ad break that comes at the top of every hour. If you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe, which you can do for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime or by getting gifted a sub. But if you're not lucky enough to get gifted a sub, you can make your own luck in the form of connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account to get one free Prime subscription a month. There's other methods as well. Thank you, Matt NLT, for the 10 gifted subs. Here's the 1 minute ad break now. Okay. All right, so, yeah, there you go. Unjustifiable hierarchies in the form of me doing violent things to you by serving a ad break to you. Yeah. Here, this is what I mean when I say gun orgies, by the way. I mean, straight up. Have you seen this? Well,
No,
this one
I
is
thought you were
15.
just
Okay,
making a
guys.
general
No,
joke.
this one.
Jesus Christ, man. Lunatics. I mean, they should be in a mental asylum. I'm not kidding at all. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not rolling it back. All these guys with all these weapons that they've got their kids around, I don't care what they think they are. Every one of these people should be in a mental asylum.
You know they're using that in the bedroom.
I know. That part actually is, as long as it's not loaded. Actually, hey, I believe in freedom. You want to do that? Just do not leave the house with any of them. But you want to stick that wherever you want to stick it, that's your goddamn problem, not mine. Okay, have at it, Hoss. We're libs. We're progressives. We're okay with it.
We're going to look at the gun
minute
sexuals in a second. We're going to look at them in a second. Don't worry. Hold it up. But yeah, Ethan said, conservatives got triggered over jokes I told. The mass reported me. I got banned for a week and the episode was removed. If only they cared about dead kids as much as they do jokes. So I want to say sorry. Sorry y'all are such pathetic snowflakes. Fuck the NRA and fuck Abbott.
There you go.
Yep. So that was his take, which I do agree. I do agree with. Like, they're just using this as a manufactured outrage. But luckily it happened during Memorial Day weekend, so I don't think it's going to make the news coverage, the news cycle, because probably another mass shooting is going to happen. You know what I mean? Because that's usually what we do in America. We just do mass shootings on a daily basis at this point, and people act like it's just a natural disaster. You know?
Yeah, these kind of fake controversies remind me, and this is a bizarre analogy, but of Israel saying, oh, the Palestinians don't want Israel to be a state. Well, it already is, and you guys are blocking the Palestinians from actually having a state. It's the most ironic, defense of Israel ever, and they don't even notice it. So Ethan joked for half a second about bombing the NRA, whereas we actually murder people all the time unabashedly, and we celebrate the bombings of Planned Parenthoods, etc. But we're pretending we caught feelings for his half a second joke.
Oh my God!
Not
People are saying
interested.
there were 2 yesterday, one in Tennessee and one in Oklahoma. Oh Jesus Christ!
Of course, there's a massacre every day in America.
Yeah.
And it's brought to you by the right wing and sanctioned by Democratic politicians
Yeah.
who fundraise off of it.
Great. There have been at least 11 mass shootings since Uvalde, Texas elementary school tragedy. Dude, there's no way to stop this. There's just no way. We can't stop it, dude. It's just weirdly, this is the only country where it happens, and there's no way to stop it, okay? Don't know how. Don't even try to mention that there are actual opportunities to stop this. Don't even try to bring up other countries and their like reasonable gun control. Don't do that, because then you are attacking the real victims of these mass shootings, which are the guns and the gun manufacturers.
Some British reporter started asking Ted Cruz about how America's the only country where this happens. And Ted Cruz was like legitimately outraged and walked out, right? You know why? Because he's never met a real reporter in his life. He's used to American reporters who never ask them super obvious questions like, hey, you say mental health issues, but every single country has the same amount of mental health issues. And we're the only ones that have a daily literally a massacre a day, right? A mass shooting is a massacre. 4 people shot, right? And he's like, this is an outrage. You've asked me a real question. Where's my bitch reporters from American media who will do exactly as they're told and never offend the powerful like politicians?
Yeah. I don't know.
Has any reporter called out the Democrats for being losers, being totally useless, going on vacation, promising they'll do nothing like cowards? And then the reporters, they even call out the right wing. What do they call out the right wing for? Hey guys, you're the one that brought us all these daily massacres. Hey, this never happens in other countries. Hey, Lauren Boebert. I mean, to be fair, since Lauren Boebert's an outsider, they do hit her. But like you see this Christmas card. I mean, that is the Christmas card of a serial killer.
Bro, this is like, I mean, dude, this is straight up like ISIS child soldier shit, right?
Definitely,
but they're white.
100%.
But they're white.
100%.
So no one sees it as such. They think this is like fine. You know what I mean?
No, you're training your kids to be fundamentalist terrorists.
Dude, the thing is like, but I love guns. I love shooting guns. I enjoy shooting guns. Guns are fun to shoot. Okay, you guys already know this. I have actually shot my Second Amendment TikTok. You inspired. Thanks. I've actually shot guns on stream. You guys already know that. Like, it is absolutely ridiculous. Our gun culture is ridiculous. And the fact that we do not have red flag laws, we do not have actual character witnesses and mental psych evaluations before we even get to the gun license, a national gun registry, and also licenses similar to the DMV, okay? For everyone that wants to constitutionally carry, okay, is preposterous. It's ridiculous.
You know what we should do? We should do like a movement to get every speech that Trump gives to make sure that people are allowed to bring their AR-15s uninhibited, no matter where they are in the political ideology. They should be allowed to bring their AR-15s to keep Trump safer. We're on a mission to keep Trump safer. Okay, just bring it wherever Trump speaks. If you have a legal right to, bring all of your weapons, because I'm trying to keep Trump safe. And if you catch feelings over that, don't ask me.
Or you're gonna get me banned.
Go tell the right wing. No, it's not us. The right wing says it makes him safer.
Yeah.
So go to complain to the right wing and
An
have them banned.
An armed society is a polite society. So if you literally believe that like more guns makes people safer, then why don't you want guns to be around Donald Trump? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm asking questions.
Yeah.
I hate guns. I don't want people to bring guns to any speech, okay, or to a Trump speech. But I'm just trying to help the right wing. The right wing says it makes Trump and all their speakers super safe for everyone in the crowd to be armed. So then anytime a right winger speaks, everyone in the crowd should be armed, according to right-wing ideology. So why don't you just live up to it? That's all I'm asking.
Exactly. You know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, exactly. This image is completely unrelated to anything that we are talking about.
So that's right before Reagan, of course, got shot, and Brady became, lost his, mental functions because he got shot in the head. I think one of the cops there died. And the right wing at the time was outraged. Now thinks, oh, thank God that mental patient had gun rights. And so he could shoot our president, he could murder cops. Thank God they say that he had his rights.
All I'm saying is that the biggest problem with John Hinckley was not like his mental faculties, or maybe his mental faculties, but he was using a 22. That's it. It's just, you can't be out here. Well, he's dead already. What are you shaking your head?
No, look, putting the rhetorical stuff aside. So on guns, have I shot him at a range? Yes. Did I enjoy it? Yes. Okay. Does that mean, because I enjoyed shooting in a range, we should load everybody up with weapons so all these kids can die, or we could have these school shootings? If everyone has a weapon, have you ever gone to work? Do you think everybody in your office was mentally stable? Have you ever been in school? Do you think everyone in school was mentally stable? I don't want everybody having weapons, okay? So I'm super clear. I didn't want Reagan shot. I don't want Trump shot. I don't want anybody shot, right? That's why I'm making a rhetorical argument about how weapons are really, really stupid and get people killed. And so they don't make you safer; they make you way less safe. And just
by the
ask
way,
Ronald Reagan.
and by the way, for the record, like when we talk about like mental instability, mental illness, remember, part of the reason why the male suicide rate is so incredibly high in this fucking country is because people use guns. Men happen to use guns to commit suicide more than women do. And it is incredibly effective. Okay, that's why almost half of the suicides that are happening are almost half of the gun violence, the gun fatalities in the country are coming from suicides when they use a gun.
100%.
There's plenty of people who probably in this community are like, yeah, I would not be alive right now if I had a gun, like with my own mental state, and that is, that's the reality. Anyway. So, we talked about Ronald Reagan. 19.
You want to go to Biden?
I want to talk about Biden, but before, Stephen Carter goes, so wait, are we defunding the police or disarming citizens? You can't have both.
Why can't I have both?
Because in his mind, this baboon still is operating under the assumption that, like, cops are, even after Uvalde, because he's such a bootlicking hog, he's still saying, like, no, cops are still protecting people and serving the community, actually, obviously. That's all they do.
Well, to be fair to Crowder, they are serving his community. He's now wealthy. And so cops are just there to protect property and rich people and themselves. So Crowder thinks, they're protecting me from, all the people I don't like black people.
Yeah, poor people.
Yeah, poor people for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And look, defunding the police is not the world's smartest slogan, okay? But it means to redirect some of the money to mental health services, which Greg Abbott and Ted Cruz claim they want.
That's a lie, though, of course, as we know, because they have time and time again actually defunded mental health services. Hello, Fiona. Fiona's here. And so is Murat, I guess. Defund the police is only a bad slogan because no one actually backed it. No one in any of our institutions actually were like, let's take the time out and describe exactly what defund the police is. People got defund the police was a activist-backed movement that the Democratic Party not only, unsurprisingly, not take advantage of. It was real grassroots momentum, real mobilization happening. But the Democratic Party are such feckless fucking cowards that they not only did not take the time out to describe what this position is, which is supposed to be completely aligned with their agenda, which is like these incredibly, incredibly expansive police budgets are not actually making people safe. What would make people safe is actually tackling crime at its root, which is socioeconomic conditions, and also offering better mental health treatment services, have more social workers working with people. Okay? Now, they didn't do that, and instead they actually attacked it relentlessly, so of course it was unpopular, and it's going to continue being unpopular. You know what I mean? Ethan got the double thumbnail on you? God damn it, dude. He did, didn't he? Fuck.
Sup?
God damn it. I lost this one. GG's. We need to talk about Uvalde. Oh, Philip DeFranco. He got one. There's one Ethan thumbnail. That's two thumbos, dude. Wait, what? Oh, that's from 3 days ago. Where's his latest? Why isn't it showing up? He had Ethan on 4 days ago. Sort by new. Why isn't it? It should be sorted by new. Yeah, it is sorted by new. Oh, boom. Ethan Klein bomb threat scandal. Oh, he put him twice. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That does not count for 2. Hey, Ethan, I don't know if you're watching right now, but that does not count for 2, okay?
What's up?
That does not count for 2.
I could make an argument for 2. I could really make an argument for 2.
You guys are out here watching my favorite content creator without me?
Yeah, we are doing that. Wait, you want a mic, dude? Here you go.
All right, what's up?
Murad is here as well.
Power tools in the house. That's right, the right kind of power tools.
This is bullshit. He doubled up on the Ethan, dude. That does not count for 2. That does not.
I'm telling you it does.
It's one story. You can't do that.
No, but it's so important. He got 2 out of it.
That's bullshit, dude. That is actually bullshit. I'm flag on the play, okay? He copy pasted it. It's the same photo.
Oh, I like what the chat was saying. Stop the account.
Yeah.
Stop the account.
No, that still literally counts as 1. It doesn't count for 1. There was so much real estate that he could have placed another head there, and yet I did not get that. So,
I mean, given your head is pretty small, it kind of would have been economical too.
oh, nice of me to turn on the microphone so you can make these jabs. You know, that's really funny, dude.
It's not really a jab if it's true.
I am going to
No,
use
it
my
could be a
small
jab
head to
and true.
headbutt you, okay? And then you'll see how small it is. Oh man.
Well,
The
actually,
worst
if
part
it's
of-
smaller, that means it's a larger pressure, so it'll be worse.
You know what? You know what's funny? You should have sent a pig like Ethan too. No, you know what's funny? Like that gaslighting has like actually impacted my real world experiences. Like I find myself asking people if they think I have a small head, and they're like, "What are you talking about?" Like they literally
Well,
like
let's
what?
be honest. Head to shoulder ratio is striking.
Yeah, I mean, yes, I have wide shoulders, but like no one is like, "Wow, you have such a tiny head in the real world." Except they will now say that because they're liars. But you know,
No, but people will say. No, to be fair to you, people will say Jesus with the shoulders, right? So, and that does make your head look smaller. I do wonder what your head would look like on a regular body.
Is it true that
Would it be like a regular head?
I mean, I know what my head size looks like because like I will try on beanies that normal human beings try on, and it doesn't fit my head. So like my head is not only
your argument is that you have actually a above average size head.
but because my shoulders are
That's like the most shocking thing we've said all day.
yeah, I don't have like an average size head. I have especially with my hair, I have a above average size head, but it doesn't matter because, you know,
Of the shoulder ratio. That's fair.
yeah.
I believe you. Believe
Anyway,
all Hassans.
Get out the calipers. Yeah, we're gonna bust out the calipers one of these days. All right. This Philip DeFranco thing was BS.
Can I say I haven't watched Phil in forever, right? So when he does a thing like that, does he tut Ethan, or is he like, oh, no big deal? Do
I mean, we can watch him. Cenk answers, "Who's the better piker?"
Confirmed better piker.
True.
What?
Murat confirmed better piker.
Yeah, obviously.
What?
This is missing all context.
What? Are you serious?
I've been in mainstream media on this my whole life. I'm neutral to the pikers.
Are you
Murad and
joking
Hasan
right
are
now?
Both lovely. Okay.
Are you joking right now, dude? What the hell? Hold
No,
on.
it's missing all the context. I don't even
Murad,
remember it.
look at the third camera right now.
Where's the third camera? Is this
Yeah, that's where it is. How does that make you feel, dude?
victorious?
That's it's the
Dave
most-
Bustin said something about how Murat was better at something, and that's why I said it's confirmed.
Dude,
Yeah.
why are you talking about me on TYT? Like,
Yeah.
how does this
No.
context come up?
Well, dude, you're the most talked about brother on the internet.
That's true.
I can't say most talked about
More than
nephew.
Logan Paul?
He has the he has the opposite of like the third Hemsworth brother effect, where like he's the cooler. He would be the cooler one in that situation. That is like not really in the spotlight.
He's
But
the
like,
third Watt. He's the fullback for the Steelers.
I don't know
What's the initials
anything.
on the third Watt? Or what's it? Oh, Derek Watt.
I don't like the pronos so much about football. I'm gonna be honest.